Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the USA National Prep Basketball Championships. Starting today, running through Saturday, Championship Saturday. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and we are about to watch Tennessee Preparatory Academy take on Piedmont Classical High School. Tennessee Preparatory is out of Memphis, Tennessee, and they are loaded from what we saw in warm-up. So I'm going to do my best to get you caught up as we get rolling with the various players, the names, and all that good stuff. But this should be a good one. Should be a lot of talent out here. And I encourage you to continue to watch the rest of the week as we lead up to Championship Saturday, as we're going to be broadcasting, I think most, if not all, of the championships on Saturday. So the teams that win, you know, you're going to see them again. And if you recall from previous years, that is I'm doing you a favor by telling you that ahead of time, because there are some really great games. So anyway, we're still getting, getting set up. They're trying to get the rosters together. I noticed that Tennessee Prep was not in the official program as far as the roster, so we're also scrambling, trying to get that caught up. So that may be what we're seeing, but I have a roster, and I feel confident that we could make this work. We're coming to you live, as I said, from North Myrtle Beach. Thanks so much to North Myrtle Beach, the city of North Myrtle Beach, for welcoming us in and allowing us to broadcast today from the J. Brian Floyd Center, right off of Possum Trot Trail, I think it is. It's road. I'm being told it's road. I've already made a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. So it's not going to be a no-hitter today. There's the tip, and we're underway, and we had an errant buzz. But, okay, so we've got 16-minute halves, and right away a deep shot from the outside is going to put Piedmont Classical up. And back and forth we go. This may be a high-scoring affair. We'll see if that bears out. The first minute of play, we've got back-to-back buckets. And I'm already enjoying the intensity that both of these teams are bringing to this broadcast and bringing to this game. Another bucket, and Tennessee Prep now up early. I'm not sure if the scoreboard is correct. I don't think the scoreboard. We're basically. I think they're missing two points. So what we do is our scoreboard on screen, we try to match it to what's in the gym, but they haven't given those points. Now they're trying to catch up. Some wild, hectic play here. Number 22, Sean Cornelius, grabbed that ball and flung it down court. The 6'10" senior. So right now, these guys are very aggressive in what they're trying to do. Both teams trying to establish themselves in their offense, and both of them look to run. And there's Cornelius. And right away, Cornelius making an impact on the game. And we have a timeout already from Piedmont Classical. So we're going to step away for just a moment. We continue to try to get these rosters together. So Oh, almost the alley-oop. So these guys are bringing it right from the beginning. Everybody's trying to find their offense. We've got length on the floor. We've got athleticism. And there, almost an alley-oop again, but at least this time he finishes it. I count that as an oop. No, just an alley. Everybody's throwing alleys out here. Players are diving on the floor. Piedmont Classical looking to work, finds a gap. Good block by Sean Cornelius. And Cornelius has that 6'10" size and athleticism that coaches at the college level are hungering for. And that block shows his timing as well. He's got great length. And it's a real battle inside. This Piedmont Classical has some size as well. Ball rims out. So we're underway here, 12:47, and it's a close game right now, 10-8. Tennessee Prep and Piedmont Classical. Piedmont actually with a 2-point lead, and the gym is pretty packed. And we've got a foul. They're going to inbound. .32 left here in the first half. Denver Jones running the point, number 23. It's over to Emmanuel Imofia. Imofia, 7'2" center. So remember when I told you we had size, Sean Cornelius isn't even the tallest guy out there at 6'10". We've got Imofia, 7'2", number 33. Denver Jones at the line. Yeah, Mofia is all of 7'2". Shot by Jones is good. Full court press being employed now by Tennessee Prep. Now, you guys might know this, but Memphis has a hardcore basketball history at the recruiting and high school level, and any team coming from Memphis. Oh! Wild landing on his arm and side. Player underneath the basket. I hope he's all right. He's grimacing in pain and holding his side. And right now his teammates are surrounding him and trying to see if he's okay. And he seems to be able to shake it off as best he can. That floor coming down from the height that these guys go to is really something. It can really damage you. You can get an ACL tear. You can sprain an elbow, or you could just get a horrible bruise. We're seeing over here Wilkins, who the player from the previous game, is actually over here, and she's got her knee bandaged. We talked about her being injured in the previous game. She's iced up on her knee. All right, Piedmont Classical backing it back out. Tough defense. Scramble on the floor. Cross-court pass. That's a good way to beat the press. Driving up, 7'2", waiting. He actually lost the ball, and he slipped on the floor. Seems to be okay, but it looked like he actually caught a wet spot. Brandon Nichols with the ball. Actually loses it. He tracks it back down, goes behind his back. Goes up, floater. He wanted to go over the top. Couldn't get it. Big block inside. Deep shot rattles out. Huge rebound there by Umofia. The 7'2" player just goes over the top. But it's actually going over to Piedmont Classical. Push ahead. Drive. Oh, sidesteps Umofia. Best way to attack a big man is just go right at him. And this Brandon Nichols in the backcourt, and then up over the top. Umofia with the rebound. He can't hold on to it. Piedmont Classical on the break. 3-on-2. Up over the top. Nichols. I believe they're going to call Nichols with the foul. Number 24. And Brandon Nichols, the 6'3" shooting guard, the junior at Tennessee Prep. So we're 10:42 left in the first half. Shot is good. These teams are playing a tight one here. Rebound, pushing it up. Denver Jones. Deep outside shot for Nichols. Nichols no good. Denver Jones trying to grab it. Piedmont Classical getting harassed in the backcourt is Tennessee Prep with the full court pressure. And here's Nichols on the run, 1-on-2, and he loses the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Tennessee Prep. 13-12, 9:57 left to go in this first half. Big rebound over the top by Jalen Lee for Tennessee Prep. Drive over the top, Euro step. Big rebound inside. There's a foul on the floor. It's going to be a shooting foul, I believe. Shooting 2. Tennessee Prep. Zion versus. So we got a timeout on the floor as both teams want to talk it over. 13-12. I'll be honest, I think that the scoreboard here is wrong. I think our scoreboard is right, but I guess we should adjust it to whatever we see in the scoreboard here. So if you're at home, please don't tweet at us at how bad our scoreboard is. We are simply trying to match what's in the gym. So 9:36 left to go. We'll get a level set here. So what we are watching is the USA National Prep Basketball Championship here, live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. You can follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports. Today's event brought to you by the city of North Myrtle Beach and USA National Prep. Now, the way this is going, this is a one-and-done kind of tournament as far as each team plays, and you can go to a loser bracket and this sort of thing. You'll get, like, the teams will play more than one game, but they won't advance to the championships, the overall championships on Saturday. Now, on Saturday, we'll be broadcasting those championships. We'll broadcast some more games tomorrow, and then on Saturday you should definitely tune in because the games just get better and better every day because we're broadcasting teams that are winning. But Saturday is, of course, the highlight, the culmination of it all. And we're back in action here as a Piedmont Classical. Some nifty ball handling by Antavian Cullum. Finally, he has to give it up to Jalen Lee. Lee over the top. I'm sorry, that was Trevon Mayo. Jalen Joyner with the bucket. Oh, no bucket. It was denied. Score inside. Now we're having to adjust to the score. We're aware that there's a problem with the score. However, we are not in control of the score in here. So right now it's stating it looks like Tennessee Prep is up 16-13 per the scoreboard. So we're going to adjust this as best we can. So 7:35 left here in the first half. Tennessee Prep versus Piedmont Classical. And I believe Denver Jones is at the line. Number 23. And Sean Cornelius is at the scorer's table getting ready to check back in. There's Joyner. And that's going to be a travel. So right now, we opened up with a lot of scoring, but it looks like things have cooled off just a bit. Nichols now pulling it out. Really good ball handler, great size, 6'3". And we got a jump ball. Possession arrow keeps the ball with Tennessee Prep, I believe. There was some confusion, but I believe that's the case. Cornelius to inbound. There's Nichols once again. To Brian Free, handling the ball out here. Jalen Joyner slicing through the lane and not able to score, but does draw the foul. So Joyner going to the line for Piedmont Classical. They've proven already that the athleticism of Tennessee Prep isn't going to throw them any curveballs. They're also very athletic. Joyner's second shot is good. So here's a sight that a lot of coaches would like to see. Sean Cornelius, I'm sorry. Now I'm not sure. It looks like he may have changed jerseys. Or maybe that's Antavian Cullum. I do apologize. We're adjusting with a new roster here. That is Antavian Cullum, the 6'8" junior. And that's going to be a charge on Tennessee Prep. So we're all tied up at 20 now. Piedmont Classical comes up with it. Now they're trapped in the corner, looking to bring it out. It runs right into Antavian Collum. And you have to like Collum as his size. There's a lot of athleticism on this Tennessee Prep roster. And Antavian Collum is a point guard at 6'8". And I'm not kidding. We've seen a few 6'8" guards in our time. Monte Brandon, one of the more known guys that went to Florida State. Of course, Irvin Johnson, 6'9", played point guard for the Lakers. Seeing a 6'8" point guard is got to make college coaches salivate. And he did bring the ball up earlier. Open court steal, 1-on-2 break there, foul, a hold, and that's going to send Trayvon Mayo to the line, I believe. Number 2, Trayvon Mayo for Piedmont Classical. So despite the obvious athleticism of Tennessee Prep, Piedmont Classical has proven that their defense and their own ability, their own athletic ability has made them formidable as well, and we're still knotted up at 20. And with 3:54 left here in the first half. Suffice it to say that nobody comes to the USA National Prep Championship to lose. Mayo's shot is good, first shot. Battle for the rebound. Piedmont Classical comes up with it. And the ball is lost. Shaquille Moore had a chance. It looked like he was doing a break 1-on-2. I don't know if he really had a great shot, but he never got the chance to really, for the offense to materialize on that after that steal, that turnover. So Tennessee Prep now walking it up. 3:30 left in the first half. Denver Jones on the outside. He's being guarded closely. Cornelius sets a pick. Inside ball, battled away. Now here we go. Jalen Jones, he can rock this. Yes. We've seen that since high school. We've broadcast that several times. We're not surprised. Thunderous two-handed dunk on the break from Jalen Joyner. Outside, Joyner calling for a pick. Big steal on the outside there by Trayson Bird. Up, under, and the foul, and that call is going to go against, I believe, Evan Joyner, number 0. So Denver Jones is on the floor. At the line. 2:34 left here, 24-22. And now we've got a lot of physicality inside. So Denver Jones once again going to the line, number 23 for Tennessee Prep. He nails that one. And cuts the lead to 1. Tennessee Prep is a lot of fun to watch. But right now, Piedmont Classical is giving them everything they can handle. Oh, tough defense. Denver Jones on the inside. Scoop shot, no good. Back up, and he is fouled. And once again, Mr. Denver Jones back to the line for Tennessee Prep. Jones has been at the line several times here. Made many appearances at the line. Joyner with the rebound. Drive up, and I think they're going to call Trayvon Mayo for a push-off. Yeah, they are. They're going to. That's an offensive foul they're calling. That's a little ticky-tack, I think. I had a good angle on that. I don't know about that call. So bear in mind, if you follow us on Netcast Sports on Twitter, at Netcast Sports, we'll be able to give you updates on the games that are coming up tomorrow, especially as times and roster changes. And as we had today, you have teams that show up that weren't on the plan, on the bill, so to speak, and teams that may have a roster change that we can update you. So we're all in this together. So everybody looking to get the proper spacing for this inbounds play. Joyner has the ball knocked away. He picks it up. He's able to get it. He gets it in the corner here to Trayvon Mayo right in front of us. Mayo loses the ball, but he's going to be fouled. So we'll see what games are on tap tomorrow. I believe our first game tomorrow will probably be coming to you around 12:40 p.m., not a.m. Second shot is good by Trayvon Mayo. Now, the other thing is, both of these teams have a bench, but it's definitely the case that Tennessee Prep has a deeper bench as far as just quantity of people. And that may be a factor as we get going here. And that's a deep shot on the outside from Trayson Bird. And that puts, that's maybe the biggest lead we've seen today, or close to it. But it quickly goes away as there's a shot on the other side, and it cuts it back down to 2. So Tennessee Prep up by 2. We're nearing the 1 minute mark here in the first half. Denver Jones drives. Jalen Joyner with the rebound. He goes behind his back. He loses the ball. Bird up. Joyner with the steal. Brilliant defensive pass. Has it knocked away. Everybody's getting a hand on the ball here. Lots of active defenders. Bird. No-look pass inside to Cornelius. Cornelius with the spin, and I almost got dizzy just watching him. That was a nasty little move inside by Cornelius, who caught the ball in transition, spun around in 360, and dropped in the easy layup. 32-28, 32.2 seconds left on the clock here. That free throw drops through. Brian Free at the line. He's got one more coming. That one rolls out. So he doesn't really capitalize on that three-point trip. And one thing you have to say about Tennessee Prep, they have a lot of tall guards. That was a hero ball play, but the shot drops, and I believe that is going to count. We'll see what they say. I'm looking over at the referee table, and they are going to give it to him. 34-29 into the first half. We'll be back in, let's see how much time we have here. While we're waiting for them to give us the update. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and we have no idea what the time. They haven't put it up there yet. So we're just going to go to break, and we'll see you guys on the other side in just a few minutes. All right, everybody, we're back. Second half of the game here, last broadcast of the day for us. And we're watching Tennessee Prep take on Piedmont Classical. Tennessee Prep out of Memphis, Tennessee, taking on Piedmont Classical. And so it's been a tight game the entire day, and it's still tight. Only a 2-point gap between the two. Tennessee Prep up by 2. And right now you see a prospect that I really like. They're number 1, Antavian Collum, the point guard, 6'8". Now he goes inside and just as easily drop steps his man, scores, puts his team up by 5. We've had a little bit of adjustment in the score there. Winding scoop shot, no good. Inbounding under the baseline. Outside. Deep shot over the top, no good. Joyner with the rebound outside to number 3, Brian Free. Back inside to Joyner. Joyner, one of the few players that has the length on Piedmont Classical that can really contend with the length of Tennessee Prep. And Tennessee Prep is, if nothing else, extremely long. 6'10", 6'8", 7'2", and I'm not kidding, 7'2". And the 6'8" is Antavian Collum, the point guard. Evan Joyner's shot drops. Collum, he tried that same play that he did earlier, but this time he was farther away from the basket, and Trevon Mayo was able to push him away, and he wasn't able to pull it off. Mayo, stop, over the top. Rattles around, no good. Rebound by Sean Cornelius. Deep outside shot drained by Antavian Collum. And you have to like what you see from Antavian Collum. And for the first time today, we're actually seeing one of the teams get a little bit of a lead, and it's Tennessee Prep. Here to Collum. For a moment, looked like he wanted to shoot again. He's calling for the pick. Cornelius comes up, gives him the pick. Collum drives, kicks to the far side. Spin move, Denver Jones inside, and it looked like a late call, but definitely a foul as he's hacked. So we got a timeout on the floor. And I'm going to give you a little bit of information about Antavian Collum, the 6'7", 6'8", class of 2019 player out of Tennessee Preparatory. He's actually the 4th, according to some services, ranked the number 4 player in the state of Tennessee. He's ranked as a small forward, however. So he's listed on the roster as a point guard, but he's listed as being ranked in the small forward. So, you kind of take that with a grain of salt. Is he listed as a point guard? And, this is what the recruiting game is about. Is he listed as a point guard because he's actually a point guard? Is he listed as a point guard because they're trying to get him recruited at a different level? However, he is an extremely good player. And right now, he does have some interest from he's got offers from Bradley, from Florida, from Georgetown, from Illinois, from Iowa State. I believe he's got interest from or offers from Kansas State and Maryland, as well as Memphis. So you don't know if Memphis is going to snag him, being the hometown. ACC fans should know that Pitt is interested in him. SEC fans should know Vanderbilt and I already mentioned Florida, Vanderbilt, and Ole Miss are also teams that have offered him. I believe maybe Western Kentucky has offered him as well. So he has a long, long list of schools have offered him. However, it's unclear. There's no leader that anybody knows of right now for Antavian Cullum, at least not today. But he has a bevy of offers. Denver Jones back at the line here. Joyner up and no good. Battle for the rebound. There's Cullum. Once again, now here's Cornelius. Shimmy, shake, fake out to the outside. Trezon Bird unable to handle it, going the other direction. Brian Free with the ball over the top. That's an errant pass, and Antavian Cullum, now he's everywhere. No look pass inside, feed to Trezon Bird, and that's a pass that is going to put them up by 10. An assist for Cullum, who's now coming alive and showing why he's got all those Division I offers. So Piedmont Classical is kept it tight here, but I think they're in a little bit of a dangerous spot. And if they don't find a way to keep that length from biting them and letting them Tennessee Prep build that lead, and here's a way they can do it, a run out, easy play. Oh, and a hard foul as he went for the dunk. But that's going to send him to the line. So it pays off for him. Now he's just got to make it count when he gets to the line. And that's how you do it. Make your opportunities. It's really hard to see from my vantage point, these white-on-white numbers, and I'll apologize, but I believe that is Shaquille Moore with Piedmont Classical at the line. Coaches, you're not doing yourself any favor by having those color-on-color jerseys, same color. It's very hard to see in the gym. It's actually easier to see on the broadcast, I think, than it is on the in the gym. Oh, that's a deep shot. That's good. Denver Jones, and he's going back to the line for the and one. So I don't understand what's happening. They're doing, I thought that was a shooting foul. So we got a timeout where they're going to talk about it. I don't want to say anything mean about the referees, so I don't know what's happening right now. There's some discussion happening. We're going to take a break. That's what I know is happening. We'll be back in just a moment. got a kick ball situation and turnover. Unfortunate for Tennessee Prep. Some stifling defense there put in place by Piedmont Classical as they attempt to rein this little lead that Tennessee Prep has been able to build. They're up by 7, and they'd like it to be more, but Piedmont Classical wants to keep this one as tight as they can. Evan Joyner, he's calling for help. Now he's trying to beat the press. He's got a bigger man on him than Sean Cornelius, but Cornelius is pretty fleet-footed. Good defense in the backcourt. Feeds it inside to Cornelius. Cornelius with the score. And that's Tyrese Ross Patterson with the assist, finding the 6'8" Sean Cornelius. And now here's another run out. Piedmont Classical's got to be careful. And Tavian Collum, he's got the ball. A really talented player. Now in the corner. Feeds it inside on the post to Cornelius. Cornelius with the spin up and no good. Good defense there by Evan Joyner against a taller player. Evan Joyner has good length. Tough play inside, too strong. I think Sean Cornelius came over to block that shot, and even though he didn't get anywhere near, I think my heart stopped a little bit. Nice alley-oop. Sean Cornelius coming down, two-hand, manhandling the ball and the rim with the exclamation point, and now his team up by 2. Now we've got a little break in the action here as there's some discussion over who the ball actually went off of, but it looks like Tavian Collum is going to inbound it. Inbounding Evan Joyner, looking for. Now we got Trevin Mayo driving against Ryland Franklin, I believe. Deep outside shot, no good. Rebounded by Tavian Collum. Collum, the 6'8", talented guard forward. Driving, and he's going to draw the foul. So it's going to be on the floor, so he'll be on the side, inbounding. Now, I've told people before, like, this is a great event. If you're like some of the college coaches I know, I was talking to a couple of coaches today. They were asking me what I thought about the event. I'm not heavily involved in scouting anymore, but I do pay attention. I still enjoy it. And they asked me what I thought, and I said, look, this is an event you should be at. There's always some high-level talent, and there's guys playing with those guys who don't even have offers. So you might not – and Tavian Collum is a guy who is clearly already on the radar and known about, but there are other guys on this roster. I would say Denver Jones is a guy that I would want to look at more. These guys could have some offers too, but Brandon Nichols on Tennessee Prep. I know that Jalen Joyner and Evan Joyner both have some interest, but it's the kind of thing is that as the week goes on, you'll see these guys, and you're going against guys that you already know are talented. That you're going to see at the college level. That's the best way to scout somebody, is watching them play against somebody that you already know is good. And Tavian Collum with nice hesitation draws the foul, unable to finish through contact, but he's going to be going to the line. I mentioned earlier he's got offers from Memphis and offers from Florida, offers from Ole Miss, Maryland, Pitt. Joyner to rebound. Now inbound. Now he's got the ability to run the baseline. Oh, errant pass up, and now Joyner is forced to foul. And I believe that will send Tyrese Ross Patterson to the line, number 10 for Tennessee Prep. Tennessee Prep starting to get a hold and control of this game. 9:49 left in this half, in the game. Patterson's first shot rolls around, drops. Two for two for the line from Patterson. So that was a great defensive turnover and then a couple points for Patterson. And now they're doing this full court pressure. Oh, that hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. He just went coast to coast, beat the press. Had the near tomahawk jam. Nichols on the outside. Here's Cornelius up, bounces around. Back. Nichols again. Touch pass inside to Cornelius. Cornelius with the shovel pass to the outside. And Tavian Collum unable to finish it off. Here's another one. Oh! Cockback tomahawk jam. We're going to a timeout as Shaquille Moore rocks the rim. The 6 foot junior for Piedmont Classical High School just caused that rim to have a whole set of nightmares. So we're going to a break, and I'm gonna go try to get my smelling salts. We'll be right back. All right, we've all caught our breath. We're back in action here as we try to recover from those two monster dunks. Shaquille Moore two-handing that breakaway right before the break. We've had some alleys today. We've had some dunks today. But the fact remains, there's still a 10-point lead for Tennessee Prep. So Piedmont Classical's got to figure out what they can do. They need some stops. They need some buckets. 9 minutes. It's not critical crunch time yet, but they don't want to go too much longer without cutting into this lead. And Tavian Cullum over to Sean Cornelius. Now back over to Denver Jones. Nichols. Outside. Nichols. No good. Tough man-child playing in there with Jalen Lee, number 2. Now they're harassing full court. Now this has burned them a couple of times, whereas we saw other schools earlier in the day had real problems with the full court press. Piedmont Classical has not only beaten the press, but they've made the other team pay with a couple of thunderous dunks on the last couple of trips down the floor. This time, not so much, but they still beat the press pretty easily. There's something to be said for heady guard play and guys who really understand the press and know how to attack it. Shaquille Moore up, driving, dishes, and they use all the rim. Cuts the lead back to 10. So Brandon Nichols setting up the half court inside to Antavian Cullum. Cullum back out to Nichols. Nichols driving, running floater, drills it. So Piedmont Classical, if they have any chance of getting back into this game, they're going to have to get stops. These runouts. Oh, no foul call. Going the other way. Lee up and a huge block. Once again, Shaquille Moore takes down the bigger player. with a block. So Moore is extremely athletic. I think he's proven that. So we got some changes on the floor. Jalen Joyner back in. And Tavian Cullum, just patient inside, scores, uses his size. After we get done here this evening, we're going to go look up and down the Strand, try to see what's good to eat around here. I hear they have some restaurants in North Myrtle Beach and in Myrtle Beach, but we'll be the judge of that. We've got some recommendations from friends and all that kind of stuff. Nichols with the ball. Now it's around the outside, ending up with Antavian Cullum. Cullum working. Crossover, loses the ball, and there's a foul on the floor, and he's actually glad because he looked to himself. He thought he had mishandled the ball. And they're saying it's 1-1. The players are saying it's 1-1. The referees are saying it's out on the side. So there's a loose ball foul. Somebody shoved Antavian Cullum. I didn't see who it was, but as they were jostling for position, it wasn't a malicious play. But now we're going to the line. We got a timeout on the floor as Piedmont Classical wants to talk things over. We'll be back in just a few. All right, so Antavian Cullum, star player, the junior, going to the line. See if he can extend this lead. And he drops that free throw through expertly. Second shot coming. And that one looks just like the first one. You can tell when a guy has put in some work at the free throw line. Oh, steal, here we go, Antavian Cullum. And he says, we've seen enough already. Haven't you seen enough? Haven't these rims suffered enough? That's what Antavian Cullum is telling us. But with that steal and the easy layup, now his team is up 63-46, and this game is dangerously close to getting out of hand with 7 minutes left to go. Piedmont Classical's got to make something work, and ball lost out of bounds. Turnover at a most inopportune time. And Tennessee Prep once again with the ball. Oh, they've changed it, so it's going back over to Piedmont Classical. Even the players are now having to readjust and run back down the court. Feed inside, deep shot, little bit timid. Oh, almost a putback. Feed to the outside. They really need some offense to work here. drive, up, and score. And I believe they got the and one. Yep. The and one, and I believe that's going to be called against Sean Cornelius, the 6'10" center, power forward center. However, Trayvon Mayo's free throw no good. They really could have used that extra point. Nichols, measured approach, gives it up to Cullum. Cullum's waiting patiently. Finally, the defense comes out to pick him up. Right now, Tennessee Prep is very content to sort of let the defense make a mistake. Cullum, though, a little bit dangerous with the dribble, as now the Tennessee Prep defense is trying to create some havoc. And they don't get a turnover, and I think there's going to be a foul. And I believe it's going to be called against Andrew Dalton on Piedmont Classical, number 22. Sean Cornelius. He's got that free throw. That adds to the lead. Second shot, no good. Evan Joyner with the rebound. He's going to walk it up. They're looking for some offense here this trip. Feed inside. A lot of length in there. He's able to put it back up, draws a foul, and they need these free throws. I'm not sure their best option is really driving into the teeth of that defense with the length that Tennessee Prep has. However, Piedmont Classical has come in with an approach that they feel might give them the best chance to work. They did keep it very close for most of this game. It isn't until the past 10 minutes where Tennessee Prep sort of broke it open. 10 minutes of gameplay. Don't forget, come back tomorrow. We'll have 4 more games tomorrow. Starting, I think, around 12:30, 12:40. You can follow us at Netcast Sports. We'll be tweeting out the games and times and all that great stuff. And then, of course, Saturday is Championship Saturday. And you definitely want to be here for that. And Brandon Nichols drops that through and just stands there with his arm extended and watches it go. He knows it was pretty. Deep shot, rattles in. And that shot, I believe, was from Brian Free. But they're just trading three-pointers now, and it makes you feel good, but it doesn't really cut into the deficit the way they need to. 5:20. Here goes Brian Free. Free. Stutter step. Beats his man. Another shot up and drains it. Almost rattles in the same way the previous one, and that's also a three. Now that's going to help. Drive. Oh, handoff. But it was almost as though Sean Cornelius was going for the rebound. Didn't realize he was going to get the pass, and it was thrown behind him just a bit. Tap in and good. And that cuts it to 10. They need another stop right here. Tennessee Prep, they want to score. Right to the hands of Antavian Cullum. And he's called for the walk. Energizing the spirits of Piedmont Classical, who know they needed a stop right there. Another three on the outside for Brian Free. 3 for Free, as he's got 3 in a row, and that cuts the lead. And I'm not clear what's happening up there on the scoreboard because that's not right. I believe We're all just shaking our heads. We're not clear what's happening. So it says 60-67. I believe that's close. That's right. Now it says 60-67. So a 7-point lead. Tennessee Prep, they want to get a bucket here. 7 points. That's only 3 possessions. They'd like to make it 4 possessions. 3:32 left. Scoop shot, no good. Touch, put back, no good. Battle inside, foul, and 1. And just like that, Tyrese Ross Patterson powering through the defense, under the basket, staying with it, persistent, puts it back, pushes the lead back to 9, and he's going to the line, try to put it back to 10, just like that. So we got a timeout on the floor. Both teams want to talk it over. We'll see what they come up with here in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And away we go. Just a little over 3 minutes here. Drive inside, no good. Rebound, out of bounds. Stays with Piedmont Classical, I think. Yes. Every possession at this point is critical for Piedmont. They can't have any missed opportunities with only 3 minutes and 10 seconds left and down by 10. Drive, foul, and that's going to be another one on Sean Cornelius. Shot is good. I mean, other than just a quick bucket, this is about the best they could hope for there at the line if he can score these, because the clock is stopped. And they're getting points with the clock stopped, and that's the best case scenario for them. And that's exactly what they do. They cut it to 8. I'm a little surprised they're not picking up full court at this point. So Denver Jones running the point. He's calling for a pick. Doesn't get it, so he hands it off, drive, slashing drive, up, and no good. Rebound, ball out. It's going the other way. Piedmont Classical with another chance. A good defensive stop. And Brian Free comes in as he's switching defense for offense, apparently, or at least bringing in Brian Free's shooting, because he could definitely. And we got a hold before the ball even comes in. Now, I don't know. I don't believe we're in the bonus yet. We are in the bonus. That is the best case scenario for Piedmont. So the clock was stopped. They're getting ready to inbound the ball. They get a foul on the hold, and now they're going to the line to shoot 2 or shoot a 1-and-1. And it's a good free throw shooter, Brian Free. So we'll see if he's able to make this, cut into this lead. And drops the first one. That cuts it back to 7. They were there earlier. Now, if he hits this one, this will be the closest they've been in some time in this half. 6-point lead. Denver Jones running the point. Back over to Jones. He wants to reset. Shaquille Moore out on him. Ball almost stolen, gathered back in. Finally corralled by Tyrese Ross Patterson. Now over to Jones. No shot clock. Oh, almost turned the ball over with poor ball handling. And now we've got a foul as Piedmont got too aggressive trying to force the turnover. But they know that this is desperation time. They can't just sit back and wait. They've got to try to make something happen, and eventually that can. If the offense doesn't make a mistake or doesn't make the right mistake, then defense will eventually have to foul. A big rebound for Denver Jones. Oh, but they're going to call him for the foul as he was chasing it down. He came down with the rebound, then lost the handle. And they're going to call him for the foul as he was chasing it and apparently knocked one of the Piedmont players. And it's a 1-and-1. It's a 1-and-1. So here we are, game tightening, 2:06. Piedmont once again at the line. And Shaquille Moore, who had our thunderous dunk of the game twice, despite there being good dunks, he had 2 thunderous dunks earlier. And now he's going to the line to see if he can cut into this lead with the clock stop. This is all working out great for Piedmont right now. So it turns out they changed that. So we're back on this end now. First shot good for Trezon Bird. And we've got Andrew Dalton coming back in for Piedmont. Bird's second shot coming, and that's good as well. So with under 2 minutes, they can afford to try to just take some air out of the ball, whereas Piedmont wants to push this. Drive, Moore over the top. Good. Shaquille Moore. Cuts the lead back to 6. 138. Oh, we've got a turnover. Trezon Bird can't believe it. And he's leaving the game as I believe Denver Jones is coming back in. Loose ball, but Shaquille Moore picks it up. Looks like he thought about shooting it for a moment, decides not to. Drive in traffic, and that's going to be a travel, I think. They just couldn't find their footing. More substitutions as Ron Rogers comes in for Piedmont. Shaquille Moore actually goes to the bench. 1:14 left. We've got a foul in the backcourt. as Xantavian Collum is going to be at the line, I believe. Another free throw. You have to like Collum's ability, all his athletic ability, and he still is a great free throw shooter. That's something that, that a lot of players with a lot of athletic talent, they may not work on some of the critical aspects of their game like that, but he's dropping those free throws and pointing to somebody in the stands every time he does it, or at least the last couple of times. Dalton's shot, too strong. Shuffle pass over to Collum. Now he gives it up, back over to Collum. And he's fouled. And I can't think that you would want Collum going to the line if you could help it. And another free throw for Collum. And he just makes it look easy. Really good looking prospect. And Xantavian Collum points again to the stands. Under a minute to play, 10-point lead. Cross-court pass, deep shot, no good. Rebound, picked up. Piedmont up, no good. Knocked out. Collum gathers it, and I think they're going to foul him again. And he's going to get into double-double territory just in this last 2 or 3 minutes just by going to the line. And he's perfect. He's human. He's actually human. So he misses his first free throw of the day. Second free throw is good. Shot, no good. Glancing up the side of the rim. And we've got a stoppage in play. And we're going to walk back down to this end again. Time is not the friend of Piedmont at this point, as they have pulled their starters, with the exception, they've got a couple guys out there who get heavy minute rotation, such as Shaquille Moore and Trayvon Mayo, but several guys have entered the game now who we haven't seen, and they're not in the current heavy rotation. Josh Smith and Riley Stafford, I believe. And we're down to the last 10 seconds, 79-66, and we're just going to dribble it out. That's going to do it. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Tennessee Prep Downs Piedmont Classical, 79-66 here on day number 1. More action coming here from the gym, but we're done for the day as far as the broadcast. We will see you guys tomorrow about 12:40. Be sure to follow Netcast Sports at Netcast Sports. I am Marcus Shockley, and I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thanks to the city of North Myrtle Beach for having us, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.